Hello humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. Why isn't Arcade 1-Up at GameStop? Why isn't it there physically, I mean? You know, there isn't a lot I can talk about the video game industry these days because I just haven't been following up, guys. I'll go through my personal stuff at the end of this video for those of you who want to hear it. Sorry I haven't made a video in a little bit here because I've been dealing with a few things, but I can only talk about things that I know about, you know, and I haven't been in the video game sphere, right? I've been studying a lot, so I haven't had, you know, a lot of times other than watching, you know, baby shark videos for my daughter, a lot of Cocomelon and stuff. So I haven't been, you know, in tune with what's going on, just haven't had the time. But I stopped by my local GameStop, and let me just say, it just didn't look lively. It looked dead, right? It looked deader than usual. And, you know, GameStop's been looking dead for a long time, but it was just empty. You know, it really was just empty. And I thought to myself, if furniture stores are starting to carry Arcade 1-Ups, why isn't GameStop there? Right? You know, why doesn't GameStop have a couple of displays out there? Because it would be the perfect place to have these machines out there, right? It would make the store pop. People would stop by just to play, you know, and give people the idea of buying them. You know, they carry them online, so why not have them at the store? You know, one of the marketing ideas that you can have, for example, if you're Arcade 1-Up, if you are putting these in furniture stores, number one, you're addressing a very casual market, right? I think one of the mistakes that Arcade 1-Up made when putting these, you know, 3/4 scale machines out was equating them to actual arcades. They're not, right? They're not. They're really for casual players. I think the good thing that John D did was bring the licenses. I think the bad thing he did is trying to equate this to an arcade experience, a genuine arcade experience for you know, hardcore arcade fans out there. It's a memento of nostalgia. But to say that it plays the same, you know, or an equal experience to an arcade, you know, I think that's for the actual people out there that build arcades, that know the hardware. I think that wasn't a good strategy, right? Because you were going to get those criticisms from experts that do this every day. But if you're looking at it for nostalgia purposes, then yeah, you know, it's just something you can have around. You know, my Big Blue. You know, the ones that I have, the Big Blue is the one that gets played the most, and it's for my friends. You know, and nobody in there is saying, well, you know, this doesn't play exactly like these guys haven't touched an arcade in probably 20 years, 25 years, you know, or ever since we were in high school. So it's just a something to see, you know, along with the collection that people just sit there and go, oh man, I remember Blockbuster and stuff like that. So it's more like an accent piece for my room. Right? And it could be for a lot of game rooms out there, right? There's very few people that are going to sit there and I'm building a home arcade experience right here at home. I don't think that is the right marketing for this product. But for an ornament, for something to have, something nostalgic, I think it's great. For you know, the casual gamer out there that just wants to have it for a memento of his youth. That's perfectly fine. I don't think that is fine for $700. But, you know, if people have the money, you know, do whatever you want with your money. But I think in the furniture store business, for example, which, you know, I worked in the furniture store business when I was younger. My family used to have furniture stores. And let me tell you, there's great markups up there. You know, I was doing more deliveries back then. I was just doing, you know, whatever it took. But there's a lot of assembly of furniture, for example. When, you know, my family sold furniture, when my mom sold a furniture set, we had to build it, put it together for the customer, and go out and deliver it, right? That would be the convenience factor, right? You could still sell the piece for whatever the retail is, and maybe add another $50 for assembly, and people be willing to do that. Right? You will move some product, and on top of that, they're getting it on credit, so it's not like they're spending the money right up front. So I think for the casuals, you know, that would be a good business model. Will GameStop deliver those to you assembled? Probably not. But I think not to carry the physical media that's out there is a mistake. You can move, the countertops, the barcades. You can move. You can move the mini arcades out there. They've carried those in the past, little small ones, but they haven't embraced it. There's a lot of physical media out there when it comes to video game products that they really haven't embraced. Why not have those Chinese clones out there, right? Why not have the Pandora boxes? I'm sure they can get into trouble for having them with the software, but you can sell them without the software. I mean, there's ways to bump up the business that these guys are not even exploring, and it really shows. Even though Cohen is at the top now, when his friends are not jumping off buildings because they bought options. Because they bought options and shorted some products, right? He's made a couple of companies money, right? But in this case, right, it doesn't look like they have the pulse of the video game community out there, right? Yeah, you're not putting out your own magazine anymore. Why aren't you selling a magazine, right? Why not have a magazine there for sale? You already have other magazines like sticker books and stuff for sale. Why not have video game related products in there? There's so many that these guys aren't even touching. And GameStop may be a dying business, right? It could be slowing down. I think there's still going to be a purpose for it, but you can go down fighting. You can still make money. You're not going to make as much money as you did back in the day because it just isn't there, right? Xbox doesn't have the Xbox 360. All they want is software. PlayStation, most sales are digital now. But there are products out there. There's the Evercade. There's Atari. There's many things that you could be selling. There's limited run. Why not bring limited run extra stock for some of your stores? Why not create limited run editions for GameStop only? Why not? Why didn't you buy limited run? I mean, there's just so many things that I see in the business model of GameStop that they're missing, that when I'm going into the store, I'm going, geez, isn't anybody trying? Isn't anybody even thinking progressively when it comes to generating more business? And I don't think they are. I don't think they have the talent. I think that when corporations get to be a certain size, that mobility, right, that ingenuity goes away because you have so much bureaucracy built in. If you wanted to sell a particular product, you got to go through 100 different channels to get it approved, and even then, by the time you purchase it, either that momentum is gone, or you're just not buying the right things because the people aren't in place, right, to follow the pulse of the market. So I don't see a lot of great things for GameStop if they don't turn it around. Well, guys, that is my opinion right now on this particular subject. On a personal note, let me just say, I got a couple of more treatments, and it really just comes down to where I want to use my voice, right? If I have to use it at work a lot, then I try to save it. I'm just talking here now, and I can just talk in spaces, in small segments. And I've been dealing a lot with the baby got sick, so she's had her first fever, her first cold. And before that, we were dealing with constipation issues, just regular baby stuff that happens. But it does take up my time, and just regular family life. In addition to school, and I'll make a separate episode for that. Excuse me, I'm running out of voice already. I'll make a separate episode for that. We're coming back strong on that one. We're struggling a bit. But it really is just a matter of time. I haven't had the time. I haven't been able to, follow the YouTubes, the video game market too much. So I want to talk about things that I know, a lot of retro stuff probably. I've been putting out the memes that I'm allowed to by YouTube. I had to, a couple of my, I don't even know why they just didn't like them. I had to take them down right away, but memes are funny, and the ones that I think are funny, I'm going to share. It is what it is. All right, guys, thank you for joining me. Thank you for stopping by. I will catch you on the next one here real soon, as I get a chance. I have finals this week, so as soon as I get over that, I'll make another video and update you on what's going on. All right, guys, have a great one. Take care.